Can you do Asian squat?
Yes, I can.
Really?
I'm good at it. Yeah.
Hari ini aku mau ngobrol-ngobrol dengan seseorang. Dia ini orang Indonesia, tapi lahir dan besar di Amerika, guys. Aku pengen tahu gimana sih rasanya jadi orang Indonesia yang lahirnya dan besarnya itu di Amerika gitu loh. Apakah dia bisa bicara bahasa Indonesia? Apakah dia pakai sepatu di dalam rumah? Nah, karena kita masih physical distancing nih ya, aku belum bisa ketemuan langsung sama dia. Jadi kita bakal ngobrol-ngobrol virtually ya, lewat Zoom. Hello?
Hi, Dad. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so happy that you asked me to do this. I'm so excited. My name is Nikki Tambunan. I am Batak American, I suppose you could say. So my parents are both Batak. They came here and they had me, so I was born here. And I am 25 and I work as a content creator at a jewelry company.
Oh.
And yeah, I make videos on my YouTube channel. My dream is to become a director. And I kind of started my YouTube channel just for fun, but I noticed that there was a lack of like Southeast Asian YouTubers in general, at least in like the American like YouTube section. So I wanted to be more like I wanted to like represent that part for not just like Indonesians, but like our Southeast Asian sisters. But I also want to apologize to your viewers because my Bahasa is so bad and I'm
that's
not really speaking it. So just FYI.
That's fine. But do you know like some words?
Yeah, I think I can like understand it to the equivalent of like a third grader. But speaking it is like I don't know. Here and there I can like when I was watching your videos, I feel like I understood like the gist of it, but I'm still like I still suck at it, so still learning.
You speak English with your parents, with your whole family?
Yeah, so we speak like a mix of like English and Indo. So we might like my parents like will speak the majority of like Indonesian to us, but like when me and my siblings reply, it'll be like English with like an Indo word thrown in there. So yeah, it's very, very whitewashed for sure.
When you were growing up, what Indonesian culture did your parents introduce you?
So for sure, like the food, my mom always cooked Indo food, so that's pretty much my entire life. Like, and also like if we were to go, we went to the Pesta or whatever, and then you see like well, at least for me, like if you go to like a Batak wedding, you see like the way that like they dress in like the special clothing, and then that tower of like nasi kuning.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
Like yeah, I love that. That's nasi kuning is probably like my favorite. And also like wearing batik and kebaya and stuff like that, the clothing. And when I was younger, I used to like participate in like into the traditional dances. So
really?
I would do that, for like my church and stuff. So I feel like I got like a good like taste of Indo culture growing up. Even though I lived here, I definitely like didn't miss out on like I don't know the cultural aspect of it.
Oh yeah, the food. What is your spice level? Because you know Indonesians eat like super spicy food.
Yeah. I would say like when compared to like Americans and everyone else, I'm like way up there. But compared to a lot of Indos, it's not that hot, you know?
Sure.
So I can definitely like handle spiciness. But then like like some Indos they just love like piling it on.
Totally. That's me.
You see, my whole family is like that. My boyfriend's like that.
Do your parents still make Indonesian food? Do you live with your parents or?
I actually just moved out this weekend.
Oh.
But yeah, previous to that, they cooked as much as they could. So that's like the main thing I'm gonna miss is like having my mom cooking all the time. Like you know. So.
Have you had like the crazy food? You know what I mean? Like Asians like to eat the weird part of animals. like chicken feet. Like I love chicken feet.
I know my dad loves chicken feet, but I'm not sure if I've ever had it. But I'm like always down to like try like weird stuff. Like I don't really think it's weird. It's just like different, you know?
Like even like liver, I think chicken liver is very common in Indonesian cooking.
Yes, I've had that before.
Okay.
I think like people just get like weird, like Americans like have this like tendency, like if it's not familiar to them, they get freaked out. But what's wrong
so I
with
guess
that?
you're okay with like shrimp paste, like the smell of terasi. You know what terasi is, right?
What is that?
The shrimp paste that we put in sambal.
Oh yeah.
You know, it smells weird, but it makes the sambal taste
good.
Great.
Yeah. Honestly, like the only Indo like food that I don't really like, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I don't really like durian.
That's normal. I mean, some people like it, some people don't like it. Even Asians, right? Some people like it, some people don't like it. I'm the one that likes durian, but
you do?
I do, but like my mom, she doesn't like durian.
Okay, that makes me feel better.
Yeah.
But question for you, what's like when you moved here, what was like your favorite like American food?
Actually, more like Mexican food. Like like burrito. That was my first non-Indonesian food that I fell in love with when I moved here.
Really?
Yeah. Yes. And you know what? In Indonesia, we're not
used to eating avocado as a savory dish.
I had to like brace myself before I tried that guacamole. That was like a weird concept for me. Yeah, and then it turned out it tastes really good. So if you had to choose between burger and soto ayam, which one would you choose?
Soto ayam.
Really? Oh, yeah.
That's like I'm always gonna choose Indo. If I have the option, I'm always gonna choose Indo food.
Nice.
Because it's just like, to me, like I know I'm biased, but like it's the best.
Yeah.
It's like it's the best. Like I don't know how to explain it to people. Like,
so do you feel more comfortable with Indonesian culture or American culture?
I feel like my answer is different now than it was like when I was younger, because growing up, I didn't really have like an Indonesian community like I do now. So I was surrounded by orang putih, pretty much, like the majority.
Bule.
And orang bule, sorry. And I like almost was kind of like ashamed of growing up Indonesian because it was so different and because there wasn't really anyone like me.
Yeah.
So back when I was younger, you know, this sounds so horrible, but I would tell my mom like, no, I don't want you to pack me Indo food anymore for lunch. Like I want to like bring American food or whatever, because I just felt so like I wanted to be Americanized. I wanted to fit in. So back then, I definitely would say that I was more comfortable with being with like American culture. But now I would say that probably about like 3 years ago, when I was like coming to terms with, you know, being an adult and like getting back in touch with my culture, that's when I really was starting to like learn more about Indonesian culture, about like the motherland. And I think now I would say I'm getting more comfortable with Indonesian culture as opposed to American culture, because we have so much to offer. And I think our culture is so vibrant and it's so beautiful. And there's a lot to be proud of, you know? Like I went to Indo like 2018. That was like my second time visiting. And like I was just like in awe of like all the architecture. It's just, I don't know.
Did you experience like culture shock?
I went when I was in like 7th grade. Like that was the first time.
Okay.
So definitely the first time I went, I was like what? Like it was so different.
Where did you go?
We just stayed like kind of local, like because my parents, they're like my extended family is all in Jakarta pretty much. So we kind of stayed in the city. We did go to Bali, I remember. But it was just so weird to me because things are just different there. I remember like the thing that shocked me the most was we were on a bus on the freeway, but the freeway was so crowded that the bus just went on the other side and started traveling. I was like, what is going on? My dad just laughing at me and my siblings because we were like, wait, where's he going? Like, and it was so funny. Yeah.
And then the second time you went, did you feel more used to it, or more
Yeah,
comfortable.
it felt like coming back. Like the second time I went, it felt like I was coming back home. You know, like everything just felt like normal to me. Everything just felt like comfortable. So yeah, it was nice going back the second time because I was actually like used to it.
Is there any Indonesian culture that feels unnatural to you?
Culture, I think, like for me, maybe this isn't really like just limited to Indo culture, but I think it's like strange and kind of sad that like we market like a lot of like skin lightening and skin whitening. I
Yeah.
made a video about this, and because growing up, like I know they didn't mean any harm, but I had a lot of aunties or like Indonesian older women who would be like, "Oh, you know, don't play out in the sun so much. You're getting dark. You're getting tan." Like,
Yeah.
and I remember like sophomore year, the year that I went to Indo, I was told by like one of my friends, like, "Oh, when you go there, can you bring the skin whitening products back?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." And going there to the mall, I remember like just seeing like rows and rows and rows of like skin whitening products.
Yeah.
And all of the, you know, like the billboards, the advertisement, it's all people who are very light. And it always made me wonder, like to me that wasn't like, it wasn't weird back then. It was like, of course everyone wants like white skin, but then it wasn't until like maybe 3-4 years ago for me personally that I realized, like, why am I trying to like be lighter? Why am I avoiding my skin tone? And I never realized like that's so ingrained in, I guess, not just Indo culture, but like Southeast Asian in general. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
can't I be like golden and brown and, you know, tan? And that's kind of why, that's why I named my channel Tan Honey, because I wanted to embrace like my skin tone, you know. And yeah, I think that's, for me, like that's probably the weirdest part about Indonesian culture, that just never, like, I don't know, it's so sad to me, I guess. More sad than weird. Yeah.
That's so interesting, because I thought that because you were born and raised here, so I wouldn't think that you have that kind of mindset of having a lighter skin is better than having a dark skin. Because I think over here people are more obsessed with brown skin, right? Like the tanning lotion is everywhere.
I think it's like orang bule that are like into
Orang
that,
bule.
but because it's not just like me, like most of the girls who are Southeast Asian that are like my friends or in my community, we've all like grown up thinking like, oh, you can't be tan, you can't be brown, you can't. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's weird. But I think like, because even now, like I have like friends who are my age that still obsess over their skin color. They're still like, they avoid the sun. They like don't want to go out because they don't want to get darker. And so it's very like prevalent, I think, even in like American like culture, like at least for Asian American, it's like, oh, you can't get brown because brown is ugly. Like, you know, it's sad. And I hate it.
Yeah, I had the same struggle, and I used to put like there's this cream that causes your skin to peel.
To peel, I know that one. Yeah.
Oh, you know that one too. Yeah. So I used that kind of cream for like, quite a long time. Over here, like I see like this tanning cream, tanning salon everywhere. Why do I try so hard to make my skin look white when like people here try to have like my skin color?
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
And then I stop. Yeah, I get a lot of comments about that too. Like my followers, oh, I'm so dark. People don't like me.
See, it's like that. It sucks because it's not just like it goes beyond, I think, just like beauty, because there's people who get bullied because of their skin tone, and it's like, it's like for sure it's so deeply ingrained.
I'm actually writing a book.
Really?
Yeah. Right now it's on the final editing, so hopefully I can have it published soon. And I talk about this in my book as well, like the struggle of growing up having dark skin in Indonesia.
I love that. I'm glad you're like talking about that.
So next question is, have you ever experienced discrimination because of your race? I think you talk about this in one of your videos.
I did, yes. So I think like it was mostly when I was younger. Again, I was just like always surrounded by like non like Asians in general. So like orang bule, and then Hispanic people, Black people. I think the most that I like experienced it was in like elementary school and middle school because I was probably like one of the few Asians like at those schools. So, you know, people like kids are like that age, like, you know, they are kind of like mean, but also like with my teachers, like, you know, I talked about it in my video, but like I remember in like elementary school, because I was like kind of quiet, my teachers basically thought that I was like dumb or something, and so they would put me in these like special classes because they're like for English. So they thought I couldn't speak English. They thought that like I wasn't like capable of being in the regular classes. So they like put me in this like special program called ESL. ESL
So they
stands
just
for
assumed that you didn't speak English?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And I remember my mom, I love my mom, but she got so mad at them, and she was like, "What are you doing putting her in here? Like, you think that she can't like read or write like English? Like she's smart, blah blah." And within like a few weeks, like then they saw that yes, like she knows how to like read and write properly, so they put me back into the regular class. But I remember my mom was just so angry because for them to assume that like, you know, just because like what I'm like a Asian, like they thought like I was maybe like stupid or I didn't speak English. But
would you teach Indonesian culture to your children?
Yes, I think like it's important to pass down like tradition, and I want them to be like, when I have kids, like I want them to be proud of like who they are and what their like background is. And I think like stuff like it's cool because back when I was a kid, people would be like, "Oh, what are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm Indonesian." Wait, what? What is that? Is that you mean Indian? Like, what are you talking about? But I think what's so cool about future generations, like future Indonesian kids, like they're gonna grow up in a world where like, I mean, like Rich Brian, Nikki, like, you know, like people are starting to know like where Indonesia is and like about Indo in general. And I think that like future generations are gonna grow up like really proud, like, and just like, you know, excited to be. I'm excited for them to live in a world where people are like, "What? You're Indonesian? That's so cool! Like I've always wanted to blah blah blah." So, and I think like because of the climate that we're going towards, it's definitely like more important than ever to like make sure like our kids like know about like, you know, their culture and they're proud of who they are.
That's awesome. So I guess that's it. But I actually added more like funny questions.
This is so fun.
You know how Americans wear their shoes inside the house. How about you?
No. That is like the
nice.
No, I hate that. And like even when I go to like, it's like most of the Asians here, like they don't like wear shoes in the house. But if I go to like my friends who are like Hispanic or something, like I'll take off my shoes out of habit, and they'll be like, "Oh, you can keep them on." I'm like, it feels so weird. Like,
that's so cool. I'm so proud of you.
Yes, I passed the first one.
Give me 1 sec. I need to change my battery.
Yes, I'll be here. What's up, Puri's followers? It's your girl Tan Honey. I'm here waiting for Puri to change the battery pack. And shout out to everyone watching this. Hopefully I can visit Indo sometime soon in the next year or two. And yeah, explore the beautiful motherland even more so than usual. BT dubs, Puri is awesome. She is like so fun. We've been talking already for like over an hour, and like she's just awesome.
Okay, I'm back.
YouTuber problems. You gotta change the
All right, next question is, do you eat rice with a fork or a spoon?
Oh man, fork. Well, if I have like meat, then I have to use like if I have like meat and stuff, then I usually do grab a fork. But my favorite way to eat is with my hands.
Oh, that's even better. Yeah, like my husband, he eats pretty much everything with fork except for soup, right?
That's probably the most American thing about me.
Yeah. Okay, last question. Can you do Asian squat?
Yes, I can.
Really?
I'm good at it. Yeah, I'm so good at it. I don't want to like work it out, but I can do that.
That's so cool.
The thing is, like, I didn't know that was like an Asian squat until like I had like American friends say like, "How do you sit? Like, how do you do that?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And they're like, "How do you squat like that?" I'm like, "I'm just squatting. Like, what are you talking about?" But yes, I'm so good at that. It's so comfortable.
Yeah, it is so comfortable, right? A lot of Americans can't do that because they always like tip over. Because they can't keep the balance.
I didn't realize that was like a thing. I was like, I was like,
yeah, it takes special skill to do that. So you should be proud of yourself.
There's like it's in the Asian genes. Like I think that's what it is.
Okay, Nikki, thank you so much for your time.
Bye, Kak. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Oke guys, semoga kalian suka video ini. Kalau kalian mau nonton video-videonya Nikki, dia ada YouTube channel. Aku taruh linknya di description box ya. Terus jangan lupa juga follow Nikki di Instagram, oke? Dan jangan lupa nyalain tombol notifikasi supaya kalau aku upload video kalian nggak ketinggalan, oke? Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.